I want to get on here and thank everybody for all the love and all the support today, all the prayers. I've seen all the prayers, and I thank y'all so much. I don't want y'all to think that God didn't show up today, because he did. And if you was in the courtroom, you heard Jonathan take accountability. You heard Jonathan sound like Jonathan in his right frame of mind. We didn't get the verdict that we wanted today, but we got some closure. We got new beginnings, and we're all hopeful for this to go by smooth and quickly. So thank you guys again for all the prayers and all the love and all the support.
So it looks like your favorite toxic social media couple will be behind bars for some time. Blueface just been sentenced to 4 years in prison for violating his probation and an assault against a security officer. And honestly, I'm not surprised. A lot of sources are saying that he may not even serve full term, but it's enough time for him to sit out. Now, as we've seen, his parents are hollering, whooping, and crying. Like, sir, where were you when your son was crashing out online, beating on his girlfriend, cheating on his baby mama, jumping from one home to another, talking trash about his children? Where were you then? Because I've never been familiar with Blueface's father up until now. As for Chrisean Rock, she's currently sitting in jail for the past couple of months since June. And she was actually supposed to be released not that long ago, but they still got her sitting down and reflecting and thinking. And so before I get started, I want to say I'm not going to just go into details about what we already know about this couple and what the charges that they are facing, but I want to take a deeper dive into this. But before we get into it, my name is B. Taylor, and welcome back to my channel, where you are going to get unique commentary that's going to help you self-reflect and look at this from different angles. So I'm actually going to say something that's probably controversial. Before you get mad and hoop and holler and run to the comment section, just give me a second. I don't think that this is a bad thing that both of them are in jail. I think that they need to sit down and self-reflect. This is the perfect opportunity for both of them to self-reflect and take self-accountability, because their pretty privilege made them think that they were invincible. Their money, pretty privilege, status, fame, clout, social media antics, they thought that this was not going to catch up to them. And honestly, I'm not mad at them being behind bars. And let me tell you why. The reason why I'm not mad that they are behind bars is because I honestly seen this couple crashing out as far as somebody was going to lose their life. I would rather them be behind bars for a couple of months to get sober, stay off of drugs, put down the alcohol, get away from the enablers, stop clout chasing on social media, fighting each other, being abusive, kidnapping their own child, crying on social media, and really take the time to get the help that is needed. I hope that those women that she's around are helping her see another side of herself, because Chrisean Rock, let's start with Chrisean Rock. Everybody's fave to make excuses for it. It's a lot of women that have pity. They see themselves in Chrisean. And let me tell you something. If you're one of those people that said, I see myself in Chrisean Rock, and you are still making excuses for her behavior and enabling her behavior, then you need a lot of self-work and self-reflection. Because let me tell you, even me, I'll give myself, for example, I know I need a lot of work on myself, as it is a journey into your healing journey. But I'm able to pull myself back and say, hey, this woman is not holding herself accountable or self-reflecting. She's crashing out and she loves it. She doesn't want help. She's cursed out her audience. She told her fans that they're broke. She taunted in people's faces. She played with her fans' emotions, the ones who actually care for her well-being. She assaulted one of her fans over Blueface. Chrisean doesn't care about her fan base. She told everybody that don't worry about me, y'all are broke, get money. There is a difference between I've been through things and I've been through trauma, but this woman is old enough to be like, do I like this pain? Is it addictive? Is it addictive to me? Because as far as I know, she's not on any heavy drugs that got her strung out. So she does have some sort of self-awareness to know, like, hey, I don't like the way Blueface is treating me. I don't like the way this is happening. So she does have some self-awareness of what is good, what is pain, and she keeps choosing to hurt herself over and over and over and over again. Now, if you're familiar with this channel, I've covered Chrisean Rock in the past. And quite frankly, I was one of those people that was rooting for her. I was rooting for her. I saw a lot of like pain, and I saw so much potential in Chrisean, like many other people have. I felt like I was one of those people who blamed Blueface for why Chrisean is the way she is. But then after doing some inner work myself, as I continued to do the inner work within myself, I started to see that this woman did not want help. She did not want better. And that's where you have to let go and let people make the decisions that they make until they hit rock bottom. Because one thing life is going to do, life is going to teach you. I know that all too well. Chrisean was running around pregnant, drinking, being irresponsible, chasing after Blueface. She was obsessed with Blueface to the point she has him tatted all over her body. She's even written her name or his name in blood. This woman would do anything for Blueface, anything, to the point where it gotten her locked up. She has not taken accountability and been running from the law since she's had her son, and then racking up more cases by assaulting people. Chrisean thinks she can walk around invincible because she has money. She thinks she can walk around untouched. She thinks she can walk around putting her hands on innocent fans and people because they made her mad, or she felt like they provoked her, or she felt like they was trying her. You cannot walk around in society putting your hands on people just because they make you mad or you don't like what they had to say. Because one day she's going to do that to the wrong person and they can pull out something that will end her life quickly, and her son won't even have a mother. Chrisean was crashing out to the point where her life could have been in danger. And I'm not mad at her sitting in a jail cell, because hopefully this will make her take her life more serious. This will hopefully bring her closer to God. This will hopefully make her realize that, hey, I don't want to live this way. I want better for myself and I want better for my son. And I need to walk away from this relationship because we are hurting each other. I don't want to be violent anymore. And honestly, I'm glad she's also in jail, because this is going to teach her a hard lesson to not put her hands on other people. And it's also going to tell her to be a little bit more responsible when it comes down to drugs and how she's handling drugs. And what's hurting her even more is not just being away from Blueface and not having access to talk to Blueface, but being away from her son. Because people are speculating that her son may have some special needs or some special attention that he may need. And hopefully he's getting the help that he needs. Then Chrisean can pour into her son more and get them the help that he needs. I'm not sure. I can't be confident in that. I'm just going off of speculation from social media and videos that people have pulled speaking about her son and his development. Now, we've given Chrisean so many excuses about, oh my God, her mugshot, oh my God, like, this is straight up pretty privilege. The comment section of so many women sitting up here excusing her behavior, saying, oh my God, I don't want this. I hope they let her out, blah, blah, blah. She's too pretty for this. Like, what does that even mean? She's too pretty for this. Her looks has nothing to do with the actions and the choices that she has made in life. Yes. Is she a beautiful woman? Yes. Does she have potentials to become the next Olympian? Possibly. Yes. Would she become the next upcoming star? Yes, she had all of this potential, but she self-sabotaged herself by chasing after a toxic relationship, being abusive, being irresponsible, and basically being reckless. And we could sit here and blame Blueface all day until we're blue in the face, pun intended. If Chrisean Rock is a victim, then so is Blueface. Now, oh my God, how dare you say that? Okay, hear me out for a second. We understand that Chrisean Rock has had a hard life, and she grew up in a home with a mother who was on drugs and a father who was on drugs, and she struggled. But so did Blueface. I mean, have you seen his mother online? I mean, just being...
The comment said, look at him, look at her. Junior looks slow like her. That's why he looks slow. And then another person chimed in and said, and that's why Journey's hair is nappy, because it's nappy like her grandma. And you know me, if you fuck with me, I stood up and said, yep, I look like Junior. My eyes are slanted. His eyes are just like mine. Yep, we look slow. And Journey's hair is nappy, just like her grandma. And yep, she got nappy hair. Because I'm not going to argue with a motherfucker who don't got a house, who don't got a husband, who ain't got shit, who ain't got goals, who ain't got dreams, who the Lord don't talk to, ain't got no prophecy, no plan or nothing. They just get on here to disturb other folks. I'm going to get on here and let you motherfuckers know every time. When y'all call Blue, say, yep. It is what it is. When y'all got on here and said, Dre don't fuck with you. Nope, he don't fuck with me. Do I give a fuck? Y'all keep thinking. I raised these motherfuckers and I was here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When Dre got into a fight in jail or something was going on, I could feel it in my spirit. I hop on a flight. I catch a bus. I drive to that jail. I talk to everybody in that motherfucker, okay? I know what the fuck I've done as a parent. I know what I've been doing as a...
Just imagine being raised by a woman like that. And then look at his dad. I really don't know too much about his father, but having a mother like that just says enough for me because most of her children are traumatized. So Blueface is also traumatized and from his childhood. If we're not allowing him to make excuses from his trauma, then why are we doing the same for Chrisean Rock? Is it because she's a woman? Is it because we see ourselves in her? Is it because we're being biased because she's a woman and we give more excuses to her than we would give to a man? I mean, at the end of the day, both of them are toxic. Both of them have traumatic childhood upbringings. Both of them came together and like attracts like. At the end of the day, if Chrisean is broken, then so is Blueface. He started crashing out and looking bad too. I didn't hear any drama with Blueface until he got with Chrisean Rock. It's not like we've known Blueface for just being in toxic relationships. Yes, he's had some drama with his family, his sister, and maybe with the whole show until he started putting his life out there. But at the end of the day, we didn't really hear too much about Blueface toxic relationships online the way we do now with Chrisean Rock. And we didn't even know who Chrisean Rock was until she got with Blueface and started crashing out on him and crashing out with him. And they both were being posted on the blogs for their toxic relationships and their antics back and forth with each other. And now they brought an innocent baby into the world. And this is just making it even harder because a lot of people thought that this baby was going to change Chrisean. And a lot of women need to wake up and realize a baby is not going to change you. The only person that you are responsible for changing and the only person that's responsible for changing you is not your child. It's not your man. It's not your mama. It's not your daddy. It is yourself. You can even get a therapist and your therapist cannot help you until you do the work. The real work is journaling and doing the outside work and self-reflecting. Like, yes, we are flawed human beings. We may yell, we may get upset, we may mess up, we may say things that we didn't mean. But it's when you self-reflect and realize, hey, this was wrong. Let me apologize. Let me clean this up. Let me learn from my mistakes and not do them again. I understand we live in an unforgiving society, so I don't hold what Chrisean Rock has done against her because at the end of the day, we're not holding Chrisean Rock accountable. I'm not holding Chrisean Rock accountable. You can't hold Chrisean Rock accountable. We all cannot hold her accountable. The only person that can hold Chrisean Rock accountable is herself in the law. So right now, her pretty privilege, her amazing body, her light skin privilege cannot save her. Her talents and fame cannot save her. Her social media clout cannot save her. I mean, y'all act like y'all forgot about Prison Bae. Just because he had them nice eyes and he looked so good and looked like a model, that didn't stop the judge from sentencing him and holding him accountable for the things that he has chosen to do. Does pretty privilege exist in the outside world? Yes. But when you're crashing out the way these two have crashed out, your pretty privilege can only work for so long. They have given Chrisean Rock many many chances, and she felt like she was above the law. She did not want to turn herself in. She knew she had a warrant out for her arrest, but yet she thought, oh, I'm going to just bring my baby up there to the courts and take my child anyway, because they cannot arrest me while I have my child. And little did she know, she gonna find out that they don't care who you are. They don't care how many followers you have on social media. You broke the law in many places and you have a warrant out for your arrest, and they're arresting you. So while I don't hope that they're in jail for long, I do hope that this has given them the opportunity to sit down and really reflect on their life and stop crashing out the way they've been crashing out. Because that baby deserves so much more than what he's been getting. He needs an active father. He needs a present mother. He needs healthy parents. Like, you guys can say, well, what about him? He needs his parents. He needs healthy parents. He needs parents that's going to be healthy enough to raise him to be an upstanding man one day and not follow in the footsteps of his parents or his grandparents. Because this is a generational curse that has been going on in both families for a while. The dysfunction has been passed down from both parties, and I'm hoping and praying that that generational curse is broken through that pure soul. And for those who want to hold other people accountable that you don't know, just understand, when you're pointing the finger at people, understand that 3 fingers are pointing back to you. So if you want to sit here and say, well, I don't believe that, I think that he was toxic to her. At the end of the day, Chrisean made her choice, and she kept making choices over and over and over again. And a lot of you ladies, if you are seeing yourself in Chrisean, then that is time for you to sit down and self-reflect within yourself and say, why do I see so much of myself in her? Because this is actually not a good thing. This means that I am making excuses for my bad behaviors. This means that I am still gravitating to my trauma and saying, well, this person hurt me. My parents did me like this. My ex-boyfriend hurt me like this. And I da-da-da-da. And I da-da-da. When somebody show you who they are, as much as it's a cliche to say that, believe them. They're not going to change. So if somebody burns me once, okay, cool. Somebody burns me twice. Ouch, that hurts. Somebody burns me for the 3rd time. Why do I keep touching them? Why do I keep going back? They're not going to change. They show me who they are, and most people do not change. My uncle has given me some wise words before he passed away. He told me most people past the age of 30 do not change. There are things that are programmed in your brain as a human where if you are a toxic person and you have not had the self-awareness to address those issues, you probably won't change. If you have anger issues, you probably will always have anger issues, but it's up to you to learn how to manage those issues. It's up to you to excuse yourself when you are being triggered. It is up to you to, hey, this conversation is not going any further. It's up to you to choose who is allowed in your space and where you're going. If you feel like you're going to a party where you may be triggered and somebody may agitate you, or you're feeling like something not right in the room, you have the choice to leave. You cannot blame what other people do, because everybody is different and people are going to make their choices. But the only person that's responsible and mastering themselves is you. The only person that can make the change and better for yourself is you. Nobody is going to save you. Nobody is going to help you. It is up to you to save yourself. And until you realize that you are that powerful enough and strong enough to save yourself, and nobody can sit here and try to hold your past against you, and you don't care what other people think, when you start pouring into yourself, that's when you gain wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and will be less influenced by what the world say you should be and how you should be, and start choosing yourself and wanting better for yourself. It is important to have a tribe of people who help hold you accountable, because it is important to have that. It's important to have a trusting tribe. I have my family. I have my friends. I definitely have my sister. She's always going to check me when I get out of line, and I'll definitely have to self-reflect. And that's what something that Chrisean Rock and Blueface need. They need a tribe that's not going to keep enabling them. Now her tribe is fighting over who's going to watch the baby. For how long are they going to have this child? And how long are these people are going to wait around for them? I mean, Blueface was sentenced to 4 years. Who's going to be there for him when he's in jail? Because a lot of people lose a lot of friends and connections when they are in jail that long. Chrisean Rock is facing 8 years. I don't think she's going to get sentenced the full 8 years, but for some reason I do see the vision 2, and I don't know if 2 means 2 years, 2 months, 2 weeks. I'm not really sure what the significance of 2 is, but we'll see in the future if anything comes of that. But I'm really hoping that it's not a long sentence, because I don't want her in there that long. But at the same time, that is up to God. That is up to what God wants to teach her in this moment. And I know she's close to God more than ever, probably praying, reflecting, and just begging God to help her see this through. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are y'all team Chrisean Rock, team Blueface? Are you happy that they're able to sit down in jail and self-reflect? Do you think, no, they should be able to get out and do the things that they do? Do you think Chrisean Rock is going to change? Do you think Blueface is going to change? I don't know. Let me know your comments below. I'm very interested to hear. Meet you in the comment section. Bye.